handlers out before our healer and our DPS are in trouble. That's what we did, and that worked perfectly. It worked even better than the original strategy would have worked. So yeah, that was beautiful. Going on to Gertog Blood Bowl, we had some trouble here, and I was, this. First of all, excuse me, I'm still off my cold. But yeah, first of all, for Gertog Blood Bowl, we had some new people. Not not new people. It's people who don't do Black Temple a lot, so they weren't really used to the whole idea of moving back and forth apparently. And we had a couple of wipes because people were taking too many blood bowls. People were not taking any blood bowls, and it's not good. Oh, and DPS was pulling extra hard, like extra hard. But it's all good. After our first two wipes, our only two wipes, but still two wipes is bad. One of the raid members, like Anna Kaloof, said, hey, let's just practice our rotation for like a good 5 minutes, and then let's do this. It's like, why are we in a rush to wipe if we don't even know what we're doing? And I was like, yeah, that's good. Like, I was like, good. Someone should say that. That's what we should do. It's like, it's something that I always say for like Archie, like Archimode and Mount Hydro, however you pronounce it. Sometimes you should just you should just go and practice dodging fire, because that's all you really have to do. Dodging fire and putting down totems to stop fear. So yeah, we practiced that for like 3 minutes, and then we went ahead and did it, and we barely won. If you want to see like one of those fights where it comes down to the wire, that's one of them. If you want to see a clean, efficient kill, nah, it's not it. But yeah, I will give that fight a 6. It was messy. We got two wipes, and then our kill was blah. It was just, and people weren't even following their Blood Bowl assignments. Even on our kill, they weren't following them. So, and I don't know. I personally, like I say, what the raid leader tells you to do, you do. If you don't like it, go make your own raid. I mean, you can suggest things, but if the raid leader says, hey, we're doing this, you do it. But having said that, I have all the respect in the world for our raid leader. On this boss, I don't like the tactic of the person who has Fell Rage standing there and making everyone else around them get out of the way. I'm just like, no, you move, you get out of the way. You're one person. That's like 6 people having to move because you don't want to move. It's stupid. Like, that's how I feel. Like, because all of them are gonna, there's a chance that any of them could die. However, if you just take 5 steps to the side, no one's gonna die. You won't die because you're Fell Raged, and the healer's all spamming you, and no one else is gonna die because no one else is moving. It's not that hard. But apparently, I don't know. This is the way that Kudos is used to doing it, and I've seen Kudos do it this way, where the Fell Rage person does not move, and they've done it very well before. So, maybe I'm just looking at how this group handled it and saying, oh, that's a bad strat. But at the same time, it's like, if it was all Kudos people, it would have been easy. So I can't really harp on that too much. I mean, that's just the way I like it. But when you raid, you're not raiding by yourself. You're raiding with 24 other people. So you have to respect what they say, because you can't do it by yourself. If you could solo Black Temple, you would be soloing it. You wouldn't be waiting once a week for other people to log on. So you got to respect your raid members. And it brings us to Terran Gorfine. He does not do as much shadow damage as he should. I'm almost positive about that. I'll have to double check that. But even if he did, he wouldn't. He's not a hard boss. He's the kind of boss that he has some cool features, but you can't do anything about them. It's just dodge this, move out of the way of this. No, it's just nuke this guy. If you die, if you get turned into a shadowy construct, whatever, and then you die. It's so anyway, I think that we did well on him, but at the same time, it's how can we do poorly on him? So that pretty much wraps up the bosses. We're going to do upper today, starting with Ross, and then going with Mother, Council, and Illidan, of course. And let's see. Oh yeah, elemental shaman stuff. Since I rated as elemental, that's my most geared least favorite. But when I say least favorite, that's comparatively. I still like all the specs for shamans. I just elemental is like not as well liked as the others. And let me go ahead and say this: I didn't play amazing, not by any stretch, and I didn't play poorly. I just played like four. I played like okay, and I will attribute a lot of this to like getting used to my computer pretty much running at like 5 frames per second, and getting used to my new UI where I'm being spammed really hard by any kind of AOE damage or whatever. But I contribute a little bit of it to that. I will get used to the extremely low frame rate, and I need to fix my UI because my UI is made for like to make it easier for me to heal and easier for me to play, but it isn't that pretty to look at. I realize that. I'll have to change that because now that I'm putting stuff on YouTube, people don't want to look at crap and they don't want to listen to crap. So I need to get a new mic. I need to get a new UI. So yeah, things to think about. GUI, GUI, you know, not just the UI, but GUI. Anyway, so yeah, things to think about. As elemental, I use the power aura as you saw in the videos. That is crucial. You must have totemic mastery. It's like totemic mastery. If you look at the stats for that bonus, it's like adding two more pieces of gear to what you're wearing. It's like the difference between you raiding with no rings and you raiding with 2 rings. That's a big deal, and also helps your group a lot having those totems up, especially the fire and the air totem. And well, actually, they all help really, but the fire and the air the most. So you gotta have those up. It's crucial. What you saw what you saw from my elemental play is pretty much what you should be doing if you're playing elemental, with a few mistakes here and there. Mana is always a big deal for elementals. Like, just keep water shield up. On bosses like Nogensis, you don't have to pot. I potted. I potted and I ended up with like 30% mana. I could have easily taken a distro pot and just like increased my DPS by a lot more. So I think on Supremus there is never going to be a need to pot. So Shade, never need the pot. It's like a 1 minute fight. If you on the 1 minute fight, you need to get more crit. That's all I have to say. You're not critting enough if you're on that fight. And let's see, Terran, you can definitely on that fight. You most likely will if you're popping chain every CD, which for maximum DPS you would be doing. I've heard people say, oh well, once you get a certain bonus spell damage and once you have 4 set T6 bonus, it's actually better to use. No, shut up. No, you're wrong. I'm sorry, but like, even though your lightning bolt does do more damage than your chain with 4 set, and it scales slightly better with bonus spell damage. It doesn't matter. Chain is faster. That's why you do it. You don't do it because it does more damage. You do it because it's faster. That's why you do it on single targets. You do it on multiple targets because it does more damage. But yeah, my golden rule is if my mana percent is greater than the boss's health percent, keep on chaining. So if the boss is at 80% health and my mana is at 90% mana, I do chain. If my mana is at 70 and the boss's health is at 80%, you spam lightning bolt until you can do chain. And that's the best way to make sure that you're not going to ever. You really shouldn't, because lightning bolt, if you have enough crit, you can be casting lightning bolt for like a year. Like, if you have enough crit. And yeah, you need crit, and oh, by the way, once you get into like Black Temple and you have all like the Black Temple gear, start looking at haste. Don't gem haste, just get haste items. Like, get the Black Temple rings. Get if you don't get the Council back, get the Zolaman back. Haste increases your DPS more than anything else. But it's just like you can't stack it early for obvious reasons. Like if you go with the badge of whatever they call it, I don't know, BOG, what is it, badge of justice? Gee, I don't even know. I should know this, huh? Anyway, if you go with that gear, like you won't even have enough crit. You'll probably in like the first 2 minutes of any fight. But yeah, I'm saying once you're geared, look at haste because that's what you need. That's why Sunwell has haste on everything for elemental shamans because they know what they're doing. Finally, it took Blizzard that long to get it. But anyway, so yeah, I'm pretty much gonna wrap this up. I want to put this under 25 minutes every week if possible. And so yeah, let me go ahead and plug the server for a little bit. TruWoW, great server. Been here for a while. If you want to come, you are more than welcome. Like, we would love to have more people, obviously. And if you're saying, hey, this I can do better than this guy sucks or whatever, come prove it. Like, we would love to have you. So yeah, this is Obsidian from Kudos, and that's this week in rating, and hopefully we'll have an even better week next week. Alright, see you guys, I'm out.